Hey everyone, I'm Almar of almarsguides.com. With this video here, I wanted to go over the basics of Vtank. I just wanted to explain bits and pieces of Vtank and pretty much, show you how to use it and get you used to using it because it's one of the most popular plugins that people use with Asheron's Call. So let's start at the top here. As you can see, this it says change global theme. When you left click this, what it's pretty much going to do is change the way the Vtank and other things look on your screen. So I use that. It's like the basic one. Ooch, I messed up the mini remote there. Let me keep an eye on that. There we go. I use this one because it's the best looking one to me. And then right below that you have Go Arrow, which is pretty much a plugin here where you get coordinates right here that I'm copying in the chat window that come up in green. When you left click them, it will enable the Go arrow and it will point to those coordinates, which makes it very easy to follow coordinates in AC. Then you have the little globe here, which when you left click that, what it's going to do is show you a world map of Dareth pretty much. You'll be able to zoom in and out and pretty much look all around the world map here. There's tons of different towns and stuff like that that you'll be able to visit, and you can get like a good feeling of pretty much where anything is. And then, you can zoom in a little bit further and look, dungeons and stuff like that, cottage complexes and pretty much stuff like that. Like, let's take a look at the Obsidian Rim over here. You zoom in, you can see pretty much, these are portals marked on the map. These are, I think, just, like points of interest. And if you left click on one of them, what that does is, you remember the arrow that was aforementioned just before this part? Well, when you left click on this, that arrow will now point to that location. I'm fairly certain you can't do that just randomly out in the world, but if you have like a, one of these, you'll be able to just left click it and boop, be able to put that as the current location you'd like to keep a track of. And also, a great reason that Go Arrow is so good and widely used is because you'll be able to go to the AC Wiki or anywhere that you can get coordinates when you're trying to figure out a quest. And what you want to do is copy and paste those coordinates into chat, and after you do that, you will be able to left click on them if they're green, and it will guide you there. So it makes it a lot easier to figure your way around. You won't have to think about the coordinates. You can think about the next step or whatever other part of the quest you're on. The next part right here is dungeon maps. These dungeon maps are a little bit worse than the other one. There's a better one further down the page, but this one here is going to show you the same maps that you would be able to find on the wiki. Pretty much what this shows you is like a colorful, plain, paper-based map, whereas the one down here, which looks like an antiquated compass, is going to show you the actual, more dungeon map, and it'll show you where you are on the map. Whereas, this map doesn't show you where you are, and you'll have to figure that out and, guide yourself through the dungeon yourself by using this map. So the next add-on here, which is Selvage, that's one I downloaded and installed myself, so I'll skip over that. The next one is SS Sort, which I've actually never used before, but I'm fairly certain this, helps you organize your inventory better. Like I said, I've never used it before. I've never really found or needed a use for it. So I'm not exactly sure, what it would be good for and if really anybody uses it for that matter. The very next add-on right here is Rindy Chat System. What this does is, I'm actually pretty sure this will help you organize, what appears in your chat window and stuff like that. You can mess with things in here. This is another plugin that I've never used with Rindy. I'm not exactly sure if people use it, although I do see a lot of people with a bunch of chat windows all over their screen. If I have any more than like 2 chat windows, makes me crazy. Then this one here is Make It. It's another add-on I installed, or plugin rather. It doesn't come with Rindy or Vtank, but it does use the VSense bar instead of the decal bar up top, and it's definitely a useful plugin for anybody that has trade skills or, are looking to do trade skills or anything like that, because this will make them for you. It has all the, recipes in here and stuff like that. You can get it off of not the Wikipedia, but I'm pretty sure the website is Silo's Toy Box. If you Google Make It 5.0, make sure you type it in like it shows there with Make It !! space 5.0. You should be able to find it pretty easily. Also, my website has it. If you go to my website, if you mouse over the MISC button, there'll be a drop-down box, and in there you'll see Asheron's Call. And in that section, you'll be able to find a link to CeeLo's Toy Box and download Make It. And then you have this right below the Make It, which is a Rindy Reporter. What this does is shows you how much experience per hour you're making, and you can say it in /A for Allegiance, /F for Fellowship, or just report it to yourself. As you can see here, I did it in my chat window. It says how much XP I've made in X amount of time for how much XP an hour, and then it also shows me how much XP I've made over the past 5 minutes. You know, maybe you just joined a fellow 10 minutes ago and you wanted to see how much you were making, you know, how much your current XP per hour is, but you haven't been in here an hour yet, so it won't be accurate. You check the 5 minute and it'll show you. And then also at the end there, it says how much XP to reach the next level and how long it will take you to reach the next level, depending on how much XP you're currently earning per hour. And then you can also click the reset button here, which I'll do right now. And that resets the XP that it's showing you, which, you know, if, say, you know, you were currently doing nothing, and then you just got into a fellow and you wanted to track the fellow immediately, or, you know, something of that nature, it lets you reset it. Right below this is an eyeball, which Rindy Sense, you can type in something here and it'll sense it for you. You know, say you're looking for a certain plant, a dye plant, you'll type that in there and it'll find it for you and let you know when it finds it for you. And then you have this Rindy item tool. What this does is allows you to give items to an NPC or another player extremely quickly and efficiently, so you don't have to, you know, click, drag, drop, click, drag, drop. You can set target. So say, you know, I wanted to set an Alluvian high stakes gambling guy. I would left click on him, left click set target, and then click set item on the high stakes tokens, and then click go. And what it will do is give him pretty much token after token after token after token, and it makes it easier and less monotonous on you to get it done. There is something you will want to keep in mind though. Definitely have auto stack turned on, and let's see, I'll show you in here. Auto stack. Let me see. Or auto something. It's in here. There we go. Auto stack. What this will do is, as you get items and they go into your inventory, you'll be able to, you know, left click that and, you know, just keep piling them on to, it'll keep piling them into the, sorry, I'm getting distracted by this one guy that's here. But it'll restack them pretty much after you hand them to the NPC and whatever. And it definitely is very, very useful. Also, one tip I'd like to give is make sure Vtank is turned on and loot is also turned on. Because if you don't have those two things turned on, then it won't auto stack if Vtank is not turned on. And then you also have right below that Rindy Integrator, which allows you to connect to the Rindy, I think, chat channel or website or something like that. You don't really ever have to mess with that if you don't wish to. Below that, you have the dungeon map that I showed you earlier, right here, which will show you where it is on the dungeon map, and it'll also show you the nav route, which is everything in blue throughout that area. Below that, you have the Rindy UIs here, which will give you a long list of, you know, or not a long list, but a short list of different things that you can do. You can show the current like spell comps that you have. You can enable that, which will show you, you know, say you want to keep track of, you know, platinum scarabs, mana scarabs, prismatic tapers, and stuff like that. You can show chat windows, status HUDs, which is the I actually forget what that one is. Let me click that. The HSM bar, which is, you know, the bar that I have in the top left. And then you also have the VT Mini Remote, which is the pretty much bread and butter of Vtank. You definitely need that enabled and to use that in order to pretty much do anything, because that's where you turn it on, set it to buff yourself, combat, navigate, loot. It's the thing up right below my mana bar in the upper right hand corner of my screen. And then you also have mag tools. Doesn't come with Vtank, but definitely a necessity. Rindy hotkey system. This will let you set any different hotkeys you want for or with Vtank. You know, you can turn on combat buffing, force buffing, and stuff like that, all with just a single key press instead of having to click it. And then you also have, let me see, did I already do that one? Yes, I did. This one, which is Mule This, that's a different plugin that you install. And then at the very, very bottom here, you have the Vtank window, which I'm going to make a completely other video since I'm already at 10 minutes going over the Vtank window here. So I'll probably throw all of these together in a playlist of how to use and operate Vtank. I'll see you guys around in the next video. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like, comment, and subscribe to me for future Asheron's Call and gaming videos. As always, guys, good luck, happy hunting, and I'll catch you around in the next video.